mended. I put them on our shelves here that I've got labeled for the students so they know what I want them to do. Outside spines, as Nancy said, a lot occur because when people pull the book off the shelf, they grab it by the top cap and it rips. I find I do that too, but supposedly we're supposed to push the books and pull it out by the spine, but I just, you know, everybody's just so used to doing this, so it's just one of the things. So that's popular, which we use tape most of the time for that. Inside spine repair is something that we have a lot to do. We have this coming out. Basically, the text block is still in pretty good, and there's not a lot of fraying going on. We do have some outside mends here. But this is something, you know, it's 1962 copyright. I think it's something that, you know, we should give it a mend first, you know, before we consider anything else. So basically, we just use some of this really good tape for inside spine repairs. Cut it, press it in with the bone folder, get it in nice and securely. We have some clear tape here for inside spine that's really nice. It's got the where you can pull the middle piece out so you can line it up in the spine and then do your bone folder and pull them out. That's really handy. This is used a lot for items that we need to repair the spine, the inner gutter, I guess I should say, for pictures and stuff we want to be able to still see, you know. But anything that's just like this, we can use this good old tape here. What exactly are the hinges? But as you can see, this book is pretty, the text block's pretty thick, and when I'm looking at the books and nothing looks bad, sometimes I'll do this, I'll look at it and it'll, oh, we got a hinge problem there. So the hinges are right inside here and here. And that's where we're going to want to insert some glue. And when we went to some of the ICPC training, they taught us this little trick, and it's nice for repairing the hinges. We got a little knitting needle here covered with neutral bond glue, and we just want to insert just in the hinges. We don't want to put it on the back of the text block because that should stay open. And I tell my students, as you're pulling, twist it. It really gets the glue in the hinge, and you want to kind of prop open the hinge so you can get it. It can be messy, and I of course tell my students to do it on the wax paper so we don't get it all over the table because the glue does not like to come off the table. And then we just clean out any excess glue here. And we want to run the bone folder in the hinges, and that helps spread the glue out. Sometimes we get it squirting out, but that's a good way. Then what we need to do is, and I have a student that loves hinge repair, and I have a student that loves outside spine, so it works out great. But Lacey's my hinge authority here. She loves to do hinge repair, so we just put in some knitting needles or any kind of, we used to have some other plastic I guess rods, yes, plastic black rods, but they are all gone out. But inside the spine, and then we put it on with the weight. And you can see Lacey's got a bunch here. We can stack them if needed. So tomorrow we'll let it dry overnight. I'll come in and I'll take a look and see how the hinges turned out. Most of them, that glue is really good. They're all mended, and then I look to see, okay, what else is wrong with this? Most of the time, the outside spine needs repaired. So generally we try to do the hinge mends first because you've got inner spines and stuff that the glue can help as well. One more, I guess I could show you. Sometimes when people pull the top cap all the time, we get this problem. I should show you this. And we have some boards here of material that help strengthen the spine if we want to keep it. Really, I looked at this, and the text block is great. You know, it's just the outside spine, the top here. So what I did was I cut some of this off, and I inserted it, and now when we put the tape on, it's going to hold, and you're not just pulling tape. Sometimes we have tip-ins, and most of the time if it's just 1 to 6 pages, we'll do tip-ins. Otherwise, if it's any more than that, we'll send it to the bindery because we're using up lots of tape and glue. If there's enough gutter, I can go ahead and tip it in with this nice tape here that Yin orders for us. You were asking me what I used this morning. And this is really nice. It's double-sided. It's really thin in width, I guess you can say. And I just measure it out and get a nice piece here. Put it on the very, very edge. And then shake it again. It sometimes does not move. There we go. And open up the inside spine as much as possible here. In there really, really good, but so fold it over. And this one I'm not doing a great job on because everybody's watching me. But. And most of the time, you should be able to see the text on the other side, and it shouldn't really look like it's been tipped in, but this was a very good one. But anyway, it's an easy way to put in some pages that have fallen out, or Nancy gets from interlibrary loan.
Right. And we don't, like Jackie said, if there's more than 6 pages to tip in, we don't do it mostly because it won't be successful. And I'm sure you've seen some older books that have been, probably more bound periodicals that have like 20 pages that have been photocopied, they're stapled together, and then they're glued in there. And that's not really too successful of a repair job. And if we want to rebind anything, we're going to have to pull those out anyway.
One more thing I do, I check through the mends that my students do, and sometimes just a little bit of extra pressing. I know I can be pretty picky about this, just so the tape will stick. One of my pet peeves, though, is if a student doesn't trim the tape good enough on the top and the bottom, what's going to happen is the more it slides in and out of the shelf, it's going to start coming off. So I always tell them, trim, trim, trim. But I have to remind them. And then what I do is I put them on a cart, bring them down in the catalog. And sometimes they may not need a label, so I can put them on a separate cart, and we'll avoid you guys then.
And then they just